Hi, I'm Bobby Likis, owner and operator of Bobby Likis Car Connect Service Pre-Repair, a bumper-to-bumper, full-service facility some 43 years in operation on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Over that 43 years, we've had more than 200,000 cars and small trucks to roll through our door. We know cars. Also, in the past 23 years, I've hosted Bobby Likis Car Connect Network, which is a car talk program on terrestrial radio stations, the web, and social media. That gives me an opportunity to have answered more than 100,000 car questions live during those global casts. In addition, I get to test products. And today, we're going to take a look at Royal Purple's Purple Ice. What is Purple Ice? Purple Ice is a high-performance radiator conditioner with a double punch. As both a surface tension reducer, which helps to reduce engine temperatures, and a wetting agent, which defends against corrosion. Come with me, and we'll do some show and tell. Okay, let's talk about surface tension. What is it? Surface tension is the tendency of molecules on the surface of a liquid to stick together. In your radiator, surface tension acts like a boundary layer that reduces the radiator's available area to transfer heat to the air flowing across the radiator fins. More surface area is good, so surface tension is bad. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we have a 1,000 milliliter standard beaker, and of course Royal Purple's Purple Ice, and regular tap water. And this is all at room temperature. It really doesn't matter because what we're showing here is surface tension. Surface tension of water, where the molecules tend to stay together, is what you don't want. You want a spreading. Wherever there's air in a cooling system, as I said, there's not only corrosion, but there's also a lack of cooling. So we're going to pour couple hundred milliliters of water. The volume is really not what counts. And we're going to shake it around. And then we're going to take a look at the sidewalls and look at surface tension. All that you see on this beaker is caused by surface tension. And that's what you don't want. Next, we're going to add Purple Ice. And we're going to make maybe a 50-50 solution, 100, 200. So we have Purple Ice. I'm going to give it a good shake. And what we want to do is we want to coat the inside of the jar with Purple Ice and see what the difference is between a coated inside, because remember, wherever there's air, there's oxidation and there's potential for corrosion. Now what we're going to do is pour it out and take a look at the interior walls of the beaker with no Purple Ice, no water. And as you can see, we have 100% coverage of a little water on the outside. So there's what Purple Ice does, and that's an example of surface tension and how you want to remove and reduce surface tension inside the radiator core so that no air pockets can develop, which means it's going to cool better, and it's also going to not corrode as quickly as it would. So you've got protection in both cooling, you've got a lowering of temperature, because now for every square inch of radiator, you have cooling, you have heat transfer, where the coolant transfers the heat from the engine to the radiator, which transfers heat to the air via the fins. That's what Purple Ice does inside the car. A leading OEM-approved third-party coolant test laboratory ran 3 ASTM industry-standard engine coolant performance tests, which measured 2 very important factors when it comes to your car's cooling system: corrosion and foaming. Before we explore corrosion and foaming, let's back up a minute and demystify the alphabet soup. OEM means original equipment manufacturers. That's the automakers, which speaks to the quality of the test lab. And ASTM means American Society of Testing and Materials, an organization that sets the standards for sound, valid testing practices worldwide. So the results of ASTM performance test by an OEM-approved laboratory show Purple Ice passing and vastly outperforming a leading competitor in both categories. This is important because most new cars and trucks have aluminum engine parts and radiators that are more susceptible to corrosion. and purple ice is superior in its ability to protect against corrosion. Now let's talk about foaming. Foam in engine coolant causes premature water pump failure. Under some conditions, the leading competitor's anti-foam ingredient formed brown slime that coated the cooling system and reduced long-term cooling system efficiency, much like you see here. Again, purple ice outperforms. Let's take a look. Okay, we talked about foaming, and why is foaming or anti-foaming such an important part of today's engines. As I mentioned, aluminum parts in engines, specifically cylinder heads, some engine blocks, water pumps, and most importantly, the radiators are susceptible to corrosion. Wherever there's a bubble, that's air. Wherever there's air, there's oxidation and hence leads toward corrosion. You don't want air in a cooling system. We all know that. It's a fact. So there's an anti-foaming agent in both purple ice and the leading competitor. The samples that I have in front of me are from each product directly out of the bottle with nothing added in a regular water bottle. This of course is Royal Purple. I'm going to shake both of these products and see what the foaming agent does. On my left, obviously, is Royal Purple Purple Ice. And if you'll take a close look, you'll see that the foam was there, gone, and it's gone in virtually less than 10 seconds. And I shook them equally. And here on the leading competitor, we've got as much foam as we have liquid in the bottom. Wherever there's foam, there's no protection. Again, Royal Purple's Purple Ice outperforms. Okay, so how do you use Royal Purple's Purple Ice? Let's go back out in the shop and I'll show you. Now this is where the rubber meets the road, because we're going to pop the hood, take the radiator cap off, and then add the purple ice. Lauren, thank you. You want to make sure when you take the cap off that the engine is not hot, of course, because of the pressure and chance of getting scalded. This car has not been cranked today, so we're going to pop the cap. Thank you, ma'am. Take the purple ice and pour it right directly into the coolant system. Okay, so we're going to just pour entire bottle. And that's almost all there is to it. What's left, put the cap back on securely, close the hood. Lauren, you ready to go for a ride?
I'm ready.
Let's put the Viper on the road and let the Royal Purple Ice do its job.